Salut les morues, yes, I am on the set of The Alienist, this American series based in New York. Is it really? Nope. We are in Budapest and it's a very beautiful day to subscribe to my channel. Let's go investigate on that. Yep, what a shocker, right? Hollywood is lying to us. But wait, if they lied on the location, does it mean that everything in the movie might not be true? Okay, jokes aside, the day where I learned that actually in some movies, when they say it's Paris or New York or Rome or whatever famous city, and it's not, it completely blew my mind. So let me give you a little bit of the story of how it happened for me when I learned about it. After living for 1 year in Budapest and loving the city, never wanting to leave, but wanting still to travel a little bit, I decided to move and to go live in Dubai for 5 months. Yes, Dubai. And believe it or not, I was almost depressed there. Not because Dubai is a terrible place, it is okay, it's not my favorite place in the world, but I just love Budapest so much that I was missing it. And I was missing it, you know, just the same way as when your first girlfriend breaks up with you, you know? Like your heart is broken and you feel that pain and it just won't go away. So anyways, I was in Dubai, I decided to make a movie night and I decided to propose the movie Spy because it's a comedy, a bit of action, I thought it was funny, and mostly because I heard that they go to Budapest in the movie and I just really missed seeing the city, so I wanted to see a little bit of it and to show all my friends in Dubai why I'm talking so much about this city, why I'm missing this city so much, why I love this city so much. Halfway into the movie, when that character says this,
"Come on, we're going to Budapest."
Budapest? I started to get completely excited, I started to look around, everything in the movie, and I was telling my friends, yes, that's my city, look, it's beautiful, it's amazing. But actually, I had been blind the whole beginning of the movie. Because in that movie, they first go to Paris, then Rome, then Budapest. But actually, those three cities are just one. It's Budapest the whole time. And I didn't even recognize anything. And when I rewatched the movie, knowing that it was Budapest, I saw so many hints that should have ticked in my brain because I was waiting for seeing Budapest. But I was a sheep. I was not paying attention. For example, when they are in Rome, supposedly, they are riding this one scooter, right? They didn't even change the mineral plate. Now, I know that the Hungarian flag and the Italian flag are still a big mistake from the people shooting the movie, if you ask me. But yeah, that happened. And I felt really stupid. Well, maybe you guys all know about it and I'm actually really stupid. But yeah, it came as a shocker for me and from that moment, every time they say that they are in Paris or one of those expensive cities to shoot in, I always try to think, is that Budapest? Is that Prague? Because Prague is also one of those cities where it's way cheaper and the architecture is so nice that it can reproduce what you would expect to see from Paris, New York or London or Rome, I don't know. And if you guys have lived in Budapest for quite a while now, you have been put in those situations where you cannot go to this one street because they're filming a TV show or commercial or whatever movie, and it gets quite annoying, but it's interesting, especially in some occasions. Let me tell you about the first time it happened for me. So it was a Saturday night, I went clubbing into Instant, the old Instant, not the new one, and I think it was something like 5 AM, I was going back home. Not drunk, I kind of sobered up, but you know that state where like you are completely fine, but you're not. So I was going home and I arrived right next to my flat and the whole street was closed by the police and by people with those security shirts, right? So I kind of started become paranoid and panicking because the movie that they were filming at that moment was an apocalyptic movie with, I think, aliens coming. Everything was broken in the street. They put the decor, but the decor that is so realistic you cannot even imagine that it could be fake. Big bullet impacts everywhere, like as if tanks went into the city, they destroyed everything. So I thought that some sort of bomb exploded right on my building and they wouldn't let me go, and I started asking one of those security guys, like, what is happening? What happened? Did a gas explosion happen or something? And the guy wouldn't speak English. So clearly that didn't help. I was freaking out. I eventually saw this one guy with the camera and those actors dressed as military shouting bang, bang, bang whenever they were supposed to shoot with their guns, right? Because it doesn't happen in real life, the explosions. They add it in CGI afterwards. Bang, bang, ping, and then I started to relax, and actually it was really funny, so I wanted to film it, but they wouldn't let me. They actually made me delete that video, so I would have shared that with you guys, but I was not allowed to do it. But yeah, imagine the panic of the drunk guy at 5 AM when he sees his whole street completely destroyed, cars broken down, bullets impact everywhere. That was quite a traumatizing experience. So yeah, actually the reason why they do this, why they go and film in Budapest or any other Eastern Europe city, is because all those cities have beautiful architecture, they are amazing, they are way cheaper than Paris or New York, so it makes sense for them to come here while they keep beautiful architecture in, so it may pass for Paris or Rome, especially if you're naive like I am. I have a list here of all the movies that have been filmed in Budapest. Some famous titles in there, like recently Blade Runner 2049 or Red Sparrow, the Underworld series that I really love for some reason. And then we have those very, very famous movies where they filmed in Budapest and it was pretending to be another city. For example, in The Martian with Matt Damon, Budapest is actually Beijing, which is funny. I don't know how they changed the whole city into a Chinese-looking city. Yeah, interesting. In the movie Spy Game, Budapest was East Berlin, and in the movie Spy, Budapest becomes Rome, Paris, and Budapest itself. I will put the list in the description below. You guys can go and check out if any of the movies you've watched before was actually filmed in Budapest or Prague, and maybe you're gonna freak out like I did. Oh, also, Katy Perry's firework video was filmed here. At least they didn't pretend that it was somewhere else. So guys, my advice right now is to go and watch the Spy movie if you haven't seen it, or to rewatch it if you did before, knowing that everything is in Budapest. And then tell me in the comments below which buildings you recognize from Budapest in the movie, and at which part of the movie, of course. And until next week, ride the happiness wave, and I'll see you at the end of it with my next video. Peace!
A bunch of the movie takes place in Budapest, and I love that.